This is John Barnes European Football for the Amiga CD32, or is it John Barnes's European Football? I would say John Barnes, it doesn't have the apostrophe thingy there, so... Cover is quite good. It does. His face looks a little bit jesting to me. It's like he's mucking around kissing the kissing the trophy. I don't want to quote the old smoochy thingy from Jay and Silent Bob, but that certainly is a kiss he's giving that. It's the eyes, I think, for some reason. But anyway, moving on. Buzz release means I think it's Chrysalis, wasn't it? Oh, this is upside down. Yes, Chrysalis Software Buzz label, which would be a budget label, but I don't think it came out for the CD32 in full commercial release. There were a few games that released for the CD32 through Buzz and through a few other releases that just came out straight away for budget, so it would have been quite a bulk. I don't know why I put this the other way around. I have to rectify that later. So yeah, the cover, I like it. It's funny, makes me laugh, but it's those eyes. I don't know why. I can't. There we go. It just maybe it's the fact I'm imagining him just staying like that, posing, just for ages, but I don't know, it's something in the eyes. It doesn't look like he's just kissing the trophy and then about to hold it above his head. I'm waffling on about it, but I find it amusing. Of all the they could have had John Barnes about to header a ball down here, whatever. But let's have a look. So football, or if you prefer soccer, let's read on the back of this. John Barnes European Football. Let's see if I can get this squarely about there. John Barnes European Football brings the world famous twice Football of the Year to your computer in this action-packed arcade simulation of the European Championships. Deep breath for this bit. Game features diving another deep breath, take two. Game features diving headers, penalty shootouts, player's head follows the ball, in-game random weather conditions, game runs at arcade speed, CD quality sound effects, free kick set piece designer which allows the player to build defensive walls and complex free kick routines, animated crowds, action replays, red and yellow cards, after-touch, substitutions, name of player on the ball. Full stop. The game allows you to control John Barnes or the nearest player to the ball. So John Barnes and friends. I'm never going to get over this. I put this in upside down, and that's pretty much it. You can't really see from here. I apologise for the screenshots, but as you can see, it's a top-down or slightly isometric view. No, it seems to be, yeah, slightly isometric in the second. Maybe it's all that way. I have not played this yet. I've not actually played this at all. So, and it's not a recent pickup, I've had it for some time. Inside, pretty much, I think, standard CD32 CD. I'm going to move this away from camera because I do not want these damaged, so excuse me for a moment. It's my pet peeve, you see, when you start to get tears and rips here, especially on the back if it's looking plain, and that manual isn't too bad, so I really don't want that ripped. So you even get these little pin holding bits here. It's a bar in this case. I think I've replaced this. I think that's why this is upside down. It probably had a crack. So this one has a line which is a bit more manual friendly. So if anyone again is collecting whatever, there's a small tip for you there because it avoids this little nick. I'm really nitpicking there, but still. Let's have a look inside for the manual. I believe it's talking John Barnes of Liverpool and England. See, I had no idea. I'm sorry, I don't really follow football. I'll try and get into football for this. Certainly try and give the game a good play itself. I'll take pictures after, as I always say, because it's difficult. I sometimes have lower light, but then it just doesn't show up the covers, which is what I really want to talk about. And I will talk about this while I'm playing the game anyway. Throw-ins and free kicks. It talks about moving the cursor, so it really does sell on the back that you can set up, maybe wrong choice of words, but let's just go with it, set up the set pieces. But by the time this game came out, was it 93, maybe 94, doing it again upside down, 93 copyright. Yeah, you would expect that from a game, and of course it was up against Kickoff 2 and Sensible Soccer on disc form. Substitutions when running with the ball. Now that's something that is always difficult for the Amigas was just one fire button. You would have the joystick and one fire button. So at least with this CD32, you have an abundance of different buttons that you can use. It goes off into other languages, and that's it really. So yeah, certainly for the control, again, has it just been a port from the Amiga floppy disk onto CD32, and it's just really a one button designed control, or does it make use of several different buttons? It would be nice to have a tackle button, and certainly a pass button and a shoot button, which everybody would be familiar with just a few years after this. But we shall see. I will give it a fair playthrough. Not yet. It's on my list of things. I hope to continue with football games, and this will be one of them. But there we go. The cover, as I say, makes me laugh, but you can't really fault it, especially for a budget release. I believe this would have been between £10 and £15 in the UK at least back then, so it was quite cheap for CD32. Anyway, I will put this back in carefully behind the scenes, so I'll leave that there for now. John Barnes' or John Barnes European Football for the Amiga CD32.